Hi folks and welcome, and what we've got on the bench this morning is a HMV 2210 tape recorder. I bought this yesterday from the car boot sale for £5 and I've actually had this on and it does play, it plays absolutely beautifully. I've got to do some capacitors because when I turn the tone all the way up it distorts, it goes low, so I've got to sort that. It might appear the transformer's hanging out, that's because I've undone it to get the circlip off the bottom of here, because this is seized up. I had a visit yesterday from my friend Steve. We all know Steve Pendlebury, don't we? Steve comes every week and sees me. He has a chat and a coffee, he's here stays for a few hours and we have a really good get together like. Brilliant lad, top guy. Anyway, he came yesterday and I was looking at this and you know, that man really knows his tape recorders. He walked in and he says, it doesn't wind either way, does it? Forward or back? I says, no. And I was looking in it and I couldn't see. I'll be honest, I couldn't see why it wouldn't, you know. And anyway, basically, if we pull this table off, I've got to take the other one off as well. These posts here that the tables sit on, they're supposed to move, and it's seized up here. If we just bring it in, it all becomes clear. Why are they zooming in? We were zooming in a minute ago, it's working. Why are you zooming in? Hang on. Let's try now. There we go. Needed some encouragement. Right, basically, if I get me sticker upper, let's get it off the computer desk there. There's my brush I dropped on the floor. I was fine looking for that yesterday. This is one of my good paste brushes. It's a nice flat brush for applying paste. It's a good brush on a large area. Basically, it's seized here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the heat gun, and then what I'm going to do then, I'm going to attempt to get this other table off. Steve says you have to take the circuit board out to do it. So I'm going to try and do it without removing the circuit board if I can, and get this table here off. But first I'm going to do this, get this heated up, and then see if I can get it off if I can. If it ain't too much hassle, shouldn't be. It's just a circlip there. Well, I'll say a circlip. It's one of them dodgy circlips, in it, the ones with the holes in the top. You have to spring them away from each other, and you know, I've got 2 pairs of pliers for doing them. Can I find them? Nah, they're in here somewhere but I can't find them. Anyway, we'll sort that out in a minute. What I need to do, I need to apply some heat. So what we'll do, we'll get the heat gun, is that full air or low air? No, it's full air. And we want the temperature, we'll turn it all the way up, it's only metal. There we go. And what we do, I've still got Steve's radio here as well. I've not forgotten about it. I was talking to him yesterday about it actually, but we'll discuss more about that when I come to do it. Get my pointy finger I was just using. Put it, because I don't want to overheat this. Put it in there. See, that's starting to move now already. I can move that now with my hand. Couldn't yesterday. Look at that. It's amazing what a bit of old grease and oil and shit does, isn't it, to these old things. But I don't want to destroy it, so when I get it loose and get some oil down it. There we go. There we are, we're starting to move now. Look at that. That's all it is. There we go. Work on this side first, and then we'll work on the other table. Well, let's get a bit of oil down that just to get it on the. Just there we go. It's very thin oil. Listen, don't need a lot of it, and that'll work its way down. Ow, that's hot. Put that in there. That's too thick. Let's find something not too thick. Sorry, it's too. Oh, I've got these. Got this. I can use that bit of threaded rod. I think we need a bit more heat on that, to be honest. I won't get it out with that. The oil will get warm and the oil will get warm and thinner, make its way into it. But I hope this comes out here. There we go. There we go. So now right there, we've got no heat on any of this rubber. Right, let's try that now. Now, can I get that under? Get something under there to. I'm not sure I can get anything under there to lift that up. I might have to use flat bladed screwdriver to get under that. Yeah. Lift it up. Yes. Right, now I need to work on getting these circlips off. And I've got some proper pliers for them, but can I find them? Can I put? So, let's see if we can get them off. Right. I have got some proper pliers. I know I can't find them because I never spotted them in here when I was. I've got all my pliers in a tray here, but unfortunately. Oh yeah, I found them. Well, that was lucky, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, so what we'll do, we'll see if we can get these into here. They might not fit it. If they don't, it's a case of just prying it off, innit? They don't fit. Too big. But it's got to come off because it's got to come off. It's got to come off. I wish I had some miniature. I've got to replace this as well, this CRT valve record indicator, because this one's a bit weak. It hardly lights up. So somebody's enjoyed this machine, very much so. Right. There we go. I'll tell you what, you know, they're a bastard to get off. Put it with the rest of it so I don't fucking lose it. Yeah, put it with the rest of the screws and stuff here. Now lift this off here, move that to there. There's a spring on there as well. And that just hooks onto the back there, but we'll deal with that in a second and just get the, so we get the table off, the mount off. And we'll get it cleaned and there we go. Right. Now I need to find a cloth. Hey, I need a cloth. Why is it when you're looking for one, you can never really find one? And when you're not looking for one, they're everywhere. Yeah, it is. Excuse me. Oh, bloody hell. I saw my shit just hit the floor and my phone. There's my phone. I need to have a good tidy up in here, folks. So I have attempted it. 9:30 in the morning. Right. Now, get the isopropyl and give this a good clean. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this tape recorder, whether I'm going to actually keep it or not. I don't know. I gave a £5 for it, so I bought two for a tenner for the pair. Gave a £5 each for them. The other one's a BSR Civic. That's all the shit cleaned off there. Make sure that spring don't fall off. No, it's captive. It's not going to go anywhere, that. Right. If you're wondering what I'm using to clean this with, folks, let's zoom out. If you're wondering what I'm using to clean this with, I'm using an old pair of Gruds. Well, they're not an old pair of Gruds, they're all I could find for a cloth, so. But don't worry, they haven't been round my ass. They're still brand new. But they're all I could find. Must be the only man who keeps his Gruds in the workshop. Still. I'll chuck them in the fucking hot point in a bit, or in the set in my case. Get them washed in a bit, and they'll be ready for active duty to go around my posterior. Let's get a cloth. Let's get a brush. Right, and what we do, we just want to apply just a thin coat, the thinnest of coats of grease. We don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. And you know, we're going to oil all these surfaces as well, so the tape recorder runs smooth. It does run smooth actually. It runs lovely. And what we'll do now, we'll take our spring, because we know we can have fun with that. So what we'll do is take our spring and we'll hook our spring, if we can, back onto the back of here. Get on. Do you know, I'd like to say that's on, but I knew it fucking wasn't. Let's lift the machine up a bit. There we go. That's a better view. It's got a really good sound on this tape recorder as well. I mean, for what it is, it is what it is. And I'm never going to make it out to be something it's not, but it has. You know, I played the tape on, I played a pre-recorded tape on it. And, you know, I couldn't believe how well it sounded. And I hadn't even cleaned the heads on it yet. Oh, you bastard. You fucker. Right. And I haven't even cleaned the heads on it yet. I've got to do some, whoops, got to do some capacitors in it, but That's just in the tone circuit, but I will go through it. That won't be today, that'll be in another part. I'll do this in a two-parter, I think. Alright, so that has to go. Move that over there. Oh, you fucker, that's... Do you know something? This came off easy, a lot easier than it's fucking going on. It's not cooperating. Get in, hold you there. Put you back on there. I'll put you on upside down. No, I can't have done. Yeah, I fucking did. Dopey bastard. Right, so... Right. That goes into there. Right. Right, so basically what I'm doing now, I'm just trying to put that into there so that I can get my finger under it and hold it, and just, no, that's not right. Oh, there we are. Move the pin over a bit, move the bar over a bit so I'll get the post back in. There we go. There we are. Right, let's try that now. There we go. That's working now. Now I've got to put that awkward clip back on, and I've put the top on the isopropyl. You've always got to do that. We've got to put that awkward clip back on, which they're a bastard to put on if you haven't got the correct pliers, and I haven't, because, you know, I need to. Very rare. Let's see if I can push it on like that, and then just see if I can hold that like that. I don't want to wallop it with anything. I want to just a bit of firm pressure. There we are. We're getting there. Just push that down a bit further so it seats. There we go. A bit more, I think. There we are. We're back on. Is that? And that slides up there nicely. There, look at that. Perfect. And what I'll do now, just to reinforce the grease, I'll just put a bit of oil. Well, I'm going to put a bit of oil down. A bit of oil just around it there. And that'll just work its way down. So all you need, there we go. And now what we can do, we can put this table back on. It's all good. It doesn't matter if I get a bit of grease on, a bit of oil on my hands and stuff. It's all going to be cleaned. There's no belts are out under there. We don't have to worry too much about any of that. Let's get the brake out of the way. There we are. Look at that. It goes into rewind now. Yep. So what we do next, we turn the machine over, hold the table in place. Right, I've forgotten something, haven't I, folks? You all know what I've forgotten. All doesn't matter, we'll sort that out right away. I forgot to put a bit of oil down there, didn't I? Pull that table back out for a second. I forgot to put a bit of oil. I'm actually going to use a bit of grease, to be honest, because I think it'll last longer. because it originally had grease on this, you can tell. Then we get all the know-alls coming out later. Well, you're not supposed to grease that, you're supposed to put oil on it. Oh, fuck you. No, not really. But yeah, you know, you're not supposed to put oil on it, grease on it. People say all this shit, but unfortunately, I do it but the way I do it is the way I do it. You know, it's basically that's how it is. Now move this transformer out of the way. There should be a washer. I think there was a washer, but I don't know where it seems to have got to. I think there was anyway. I can't remember. Is there one on the other table? I can't see. Because the washer fell off and I don't know where it went. We were in the living room yesterday. And I can't see the other table from here. Well, I can, but just. Yeah, Steve says you have to take the circuit board out to get to the other one. I'm going to try and avoid that. Don't want to take the circuit board out if I can avoid it, but I might not be able to avoid it. Might have to bite the bullet. Oh, pardon me. I can't see. But I can't see the other table. There it is. Yeah. Looks like there's more to the other side of it, I know. What there is to this side of it. So it's got to come out. No, there's no washer on there. Let's put the clip on. Would help if I put the fucking... That's the wrong clip. That's the clip I took off it. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's the clip that went on the top. It was clipped on the top as well somewhere. Let me just double check. That's not the clip off the bottom. Definitely not. It's too fucking big. The idlers fell. Oh yeah. I know where we're at now. Yeah, the idlers fell off because I had the clip off. Yeah, I just found the clip. I know where we're at now. Don't worry, folks. We're back on track. Right. So what I need to do before I put that bottom clip on, set the table back off because that big clip I just fucking had. Goes here. That goes there. Then our washer goes back in. The washer has a slot. The washer is an oval shaped washer. Press rewind to move the brake out of the way. You can press any button to move the brake. I just choose to press the rewind because, well, that's because what I wanted to do. Now, I'm only going to show you doing one side, unless I get involved and I have to take the circuit board out and it's more difficult than I anticipated. But this is actually, to be honest with you folks, this tape recorder is actually in very good condition. Inside it's... let me just pop to the lounge, because I need to, for the lounge, the front room. Right, I've just been to get the belt for the counter, and I've also found the washer. So what we'll do, we'll pop the washer. I think that's the washer off the, yeah, it's got to be. Where's my glasses? I think it is. It looks... That doesn't look as though... That looks as though it's too fucking thick. That washer for there, it fits it, but looks as though it's too thick. It's the table all the way down. So make sure the table's all the way down in place. Let's press... I'll tell you what, let's press fast forward. That way the idlers are not on it or anything. Yeah, that's all the way in, so that ain't the washer off that. Don't know where that washer's off, it could have been off. Oh, I know where. That goes on the main transformer, that washer. It's this other washer here that's off the table. Yeah, that goes on the main transformer. Yeah, it's got to go on there because don't go on there. That's a plastic washer, which is off the top of the idler, I believe. So where's the metal one? That's definitely not off that because it's too fucking high. You can't get the clip on with that there, so that's not off that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the clip on. Right, let's put the clip on. Move the power transformer. This is going to be a pain in the ass to do, folks, and we've got the curly pliers here. And the clip, put my finger in there to pull that clip back out. There we go. Now, see, we're going to do it this way. We're going to, whoops. Don't want to go losing any clips, do we? There we go. Put it on the end of your tool like that. If you can, and slip it into place. Get your pliers. In this case we'll use a set of fucking straight edge ones. There we go. That's your table back on. Then what we do, we get our power transformer. Get the tool to make sure the holes are in the right place for the power transformer, which they are. Put the washer on. Put the screw in. We're lined up, aren't we? Are we? That goes in that one there. Goes in that one. Let's make sure we're lined up with our hole. That's the hole there. So if I put my finger on the top of that, we wash it. We've heard that, folks. Glad I'm not out in that. Yeah, that's typical English fucking weather, innit? Shite. Yeah. I broke my fucking screwdriver yesterday and my fucking nut spinner yesterday and all. There we go. There we are. That's one table done. Right. Next thing, do the other fucking table, and I think that's going to be more complicated. Steve says you have to take the circuit board out to get to it, but I don't dispute that, but I've got a feeling. Uses an ECL86 this for its audio. I'm wondering God, there's all sorts of shit. I don't want to. Jesus. You take that off. I think he's right. I think he's right, folks. It involves the removal of the fucking circuit board, this one. Because there's Motor's nice and free on this, so no, it's not bad. Oh, hang on, we've got a clip in there. I hope that clip there comes through and clips that into place, because I'm about to pull the fucking clip off. Let's get a screwdriver. Sure, this is the clip for the table. Well, we're off. The clip's in here somewhere. Where are you, bastard? There it is. Put my finger in. Right. There's a little plastic washer in there as well, and a fucking metal one by the look of it. Right, so let's get the table off. I'm just hoping that nothing else falls out, because I'm trying to do it without taking the circuit board out. Right. Right, so we're a bit more complicated on this side, because we've got that washer belongs inside that capstan. We've got a belt in this and all. We've got a belt in this side. We've got to make sure that goes back on. Right, there we go. We're in. Now, let's get the belt out of the way. Just put that around the head for a minute. We've got to make sure that belt goes in exactly the right place. And basically, it's the same on this side, folks. It's gummed up solid. Let's get the clip off. Get the other clip off, because it's going to have to come off. Make sure I don't fucking slip. Don't want to break the fucking casting either. Otherwise then I've got to fuck about, work a way out fucking repairing the cunning thing, which would mean drilling a hole and putting a nut and bolt through. We don't want to go down that road. There we go. Be careful. Easy does it, that's it. Lift this rod off here. There we go. Get the heat gun. And it's the same procedure as before. Let's get a bit of this oil. There. Because the oil will help it. Just let a bit drop onto, there we go. We only need a bit, a little goes a long way. There we go. And just where's my threaded bar I had a minute ago? There we go, it's got me threaded bar. I bought this threaded bar to do that motor on at Garrard, and that turned out really well. We're nowhere near. Get a bit of heat down here. Let's change hands so you can see what I'm doing. There we are. It's starting to move. Don't want to melt the casting though. If I melt that, it's game over. There we go. Right. Pop the heat gun back on there. There we go, the spring's already decided to fall off, which is a good thing. Ow! That is not cold, folks. That is definitely not cold. There we go. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, now let's. What's that? Mm. I'm just looking because I just got slightly distracted, but I'm back on the zone. Right, that's the table. Alright, we want to clean this. First we want to clean the pulse, so we'll get our trusty underpants. Yeah. And like I say, I haven't had these undies round my arse, they're brand new really. I say they're old, they're not, they're actually brand new. But I couldn't find the cloth. I'm gonna have to invest in some cloths, I think, for the workshop. Because, you know, you go through cloths really at an alarming rate. It's unreal. Clean this. Get this so that it looks nice and clean. There we go. Doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to clean them. I mean, it's just that, you know, they're so gummed up. Doesn't take a lot to sort them out. But, you know, you have to do the job properly. Yeah. Yeah, but we had a good laugh yesterday actually, the three of us, me, Jay and Steve. We had coffee and had a good chat, and, you know, we had a good laugh. It was, you know, Jay brought me some decks, he brought me a Grundig, a Garrard Auto Slim and a BSR Monarch. So, you know, that's my deck supply slowly creeping back up, because I'm out of decks at the moment, and but yeah, so very kind of him to do that. And he also returned my hard drive as well that I needed back from that media centre I gave him a couple of weeks ago. So, because that's got all my films and stuff on that I like to watch, so it was imperative I got that back, and that was brought back and returned to me. Yeah, we're okay there. Right. The same process as before here, folks. It's basically put the spring back on. So what I'll do, I'll hold that up out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm left-handed, me, and having to do this with my right hand is very, very unnatural. It's very unnatural using my right hand when I'm left-handed. You only know that if you happen to be left-handed. So we'll put that onto that. There. That's the wrong way. Just pull this off again. Oh, it goes that way. Goes. Push that onto there. There we go. It don't feel as smooth as it should. Well, I've cleaned it. That's it. Alright. Well, that has to go that way. The table goes through there. That's the wrong way around. Right. That's the wrong way around. have a look. Because that spring hooks onto the back there. Like that one does. That hooks onto the back there, like that one does. Oh, that's why. Fuck it upside down. Don't be fucker. There we go. Yeah, I put the fucker upside down, didn't I? There, that's nice and free now, that. So let's... Yeah, and that goes under there. So let's pull that off for a second. Let's try and get the spring on the same way as I did the last one. Being left-handed is a fucking bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. But there we go. Now if I just jiggle, make sure we're not got anything under there we don't want. There we go. I just jiggle that. There we go. Are we in? Yeah, we're in. There we go. Put the clips back on. Do what I did with the last one. Just put a little bit of oil around it just to help the grease. Just to... Oh, there we go. Get rid of that excess oil, there we go. Put a bit on there as well. Lubricate the table as it goes back on. Now, let's make sure my hands are clean. Because I don't want to contaminate the belt. Let's just mop this bit of oil up from the excess oil. Take it out of the way. There we go. Put the clip back on. Get the pliers, the wide pliers for this. Get it on the edge, and there we go. Make sure we're not too tight on that, because it has to be able to move. That might be a bit too tight actually, because that has to be able to move. So just lift the clip up slightly. I think I might have slightly overdone it. Just lift the clip up slightly. Let's get that under there. That seems to be working. Yeah, that's play. Oh no, it's fast forward, that's right. That's it, yeah, it's working. There's a pause button I was fucking pressing. Oh no, it's the play button I was pressing, that's play. Right. Now just get a little bit of grease on this. I need a little bit. Now, put this drum back on. That's lovely. Make make sure I don't get any contamination on the belt. Right. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get the fucking belt back over this without having a fucking fart about. Fucking having to clean the bastard capstan as well, without having a fart about, fuck about. Right, so I'm going to press wind just to get the... Let's just turn all this, put it in stop, put it in wind. Yeah, that all turns lovely. It does turn when I turn the motor, so the belt's obviously on. That's pause. Pause doesn't lock on this machine. That's rewind. And that's making contact. I've got the idler to put back on here yet, we'll do that in a few minutes. Now this is going to be a fucking pain in the ass, because Steve did say you have to take the circuit board out, and he's probably right, but I'm trying to cheat and do it without doing that. Right. I'll move the audio valve out of position. There we go. Now, that's not coming through far enough. So let's turn that back round. I've got my fingers caught under it then. There we go. We're not fully down. Oh, that's because of the brake. There we are. I can't see that belt on that capstan, and would like to be able to check that that's on properly. I think it is. Oh, I can turn the cap. Yeah, it is. I can turn the capstan. Yeah. Put it in wind. Yeah, there you go. Put it in rewind. It might not work on rewind yet, because yeah, it should. Well, yeah, it will. Yeah. So now let's find something to let's press one of the buttons, because there we go, I can see that now. I'm going to be able to get the clip back in, because the record switch is in the way now. Right. Let's try. No. Well, the damn thing came out, so let's try play. No? Go rewind. That moves up there, but doesn't move the... Also, we've got to take the circuit board out, put the fucking thing back in. don't want to take the circuit board out. I mean, I might have to. There we go. Let's the table back under. Right. None of that there moves. The oil. Put the top back on it. Right, bear with me a minute, folks. Right, well, I've worked that out. I've managed to get the washers on, and just a matter now of getting the clip on. In fact, actually, I get the screwdriver, try not to lose the clip. Right, let's turn the soldering iron off. I'm not going to need that because that's going to be in another part when I do that. I'm doing 2 parts, so I won't be doing the other part today. I've got other things I need to do. Let's put the clip on the screwdriver there. There we go. We're almost there. Get in. You're your cunt. Let's lift that clip back out. Oh, yeah. There we go. Make sure we're not pressing the table down. Well, no, the table's pressed onto the table, so we're okay. Onto the bench, rather. So what I need to do is put that back into there, get it even, so I don't fuck the clip up. That's right. Oh, it's awkward. There we go. Push on the side there. And clip. And guess what, folks? Managed to get it in without taking the circuit board out. So all I need to do now is clean the idlers, which I will do now. Don't need to use rubber renew because the idlers are nice. So we'll get our cloth and go around our tables. Make sure that all the crap's off them. Yeah. Clean the heads while we're here. Yeah, there's a lot of oxide on that. Probably have to get in there with something else, but there again, it sounds alright anyway. It doesn't sound rubbish. Pinch roller capstan can be cleaned when it's running. It's easier to do that way. I'll just give it a quick clean now. Let's get a bit more. Just clean this idler. I mean, the rubber parts in this are in very good condition. Even the belts. There's only 2 belts in it, but they're in good nick. Put that back on in a minute. Just give this one a clean. We get maximum. There we go. Right, just what I'll do, I'll actually smallest amount of grease. Turn that round. Pop that on. Pop the little spacer on. I've got a spare circlip here, but it's not out of this machine. It was on the coffee table. But it's not out of this machine, that I do know. Right, so what we'll do now, we'll put it, make sure everything's right. I want to change this valve. Can I get... Probably can't get the fucker out. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do that when I do the capacitors. Right, so let's... put this out of the way for a second. And I can bring the case back up. The case needs some work as well. But I can bring the case up because the case has got the speaker built into it. Just empty that shite out of it. Bits of broken tape reel and all sorts in that. Anyway, let's just shift that around there. And they're the speaker wires. I mean, it has been damaged, the case, but that's another day's job. Whoops. And I think the black goes to the top because the black's got to be negative, or always in my opinion. But I've been known to be wrong before today. Now let's just pop that there a minute. Power cable. Let's get that through. Oh, all my brushes have now gone everywhere. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, stand them back up. Oh, I'll sort them out in a minute. There we go, get that. Now let's bring this case a bit further. Right. Now this was a bastard to get out. Let's see what kind of a bastard it's going to be to get back in. I mean, the case is split, but I'm going to have to sort that out. Right. Might have to fucking stand up to do this. Oh, Jesus. There we go. I think we're supposed to take that back off it to fucking do the job. But we're in. Ooh. Pull this forward. There we go. We're in. Now. We've got an earth that goes there, we've got another earth that goes there. We'll put that screw in there because that holds the earth into place. That earth actually clips onto the volume control. So they were very serious about no fucking... They were very serious on the grounding on this. Let's take this, wind this down. both of them together. There we go. Pull that off. Oh, pull that knob off. Nearly broke that fucking valve then. Not that it matters, the valve's fucked. Right, let's put the cover back on. I mean, I'm not going to screw it all down because it's got to come back off to be. Right. That's all warped. That's. Put the knobs on. Right. Speed controller. There we go. The volume. Right. Let's get it plugged in. The motor's not running. Right. Motor, I heard something. The motor's not running. So probably got a fucking wire caught on the motor or something. Let's get this knob off. It's a bit stiff to get off with online, but we get them off. Just have a quick look. Probably got a fucking. I heard there's something go ka-ching under the fan, so probably got a fucking wire caught. Let's check it out. There we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think we got. Let's plug it back in. No, I won't. I'll lift it out. Yeah, I'll lift it out and have a look. With a screwdriver, won't plug it back in. I'll have to lift it out and have a look. It was working yesterday. Me and Steve didn't listen to it. I listened to it before he came. I mean, I wouldn't have gone to all that trouble of sorting that out if it wasn't working. So obviously it is. Leave that screwed onto there. I can just lift this up. I think what it is, I think we've got a wire caught around the fucking. Oops. The case is fucking broke. It needs to be repaired. Right, we've got the fan catching something. Oh, that was it. I bent one of the fan blades. Oh, okay, now needs the case for repairing on this badly. Lift that back up to position. There we go. Right, next job on this actually will be the case because the case is fucked. So basically it was just I'd caught one of the fan blades at some point and bent the fucker. It happens, none of us are perfect. There it goes, ka-ching onto the motor. Let's just make sure we're not. There we go. Put the counterbelt on. I think where did the counterbelt go? Let's have a look. Goes on here. Just went on here. No, it didn't. No, it could have done. Yeah, it did. Just went on top of the table there. Because it doesn't go under. Just goes on the top of the table. Just rests on here. Right, let's screw that down. Make sure it's screwed down. Not screwed down as much as I'd like. On all that movement. There we go. There we go. That'll do for now. Just see if we get the motor. The on-off switch on. Fast forward. That's the counter that'll make it. That's the counter making that noise. Play. Rewind. Put the volume control on and we'll thread the tape. The speaker not on. Yeah. I think the speaker was fucking on then. It is. Right. Well, that feels a lot better. Because that was a bit stiff yesterday. Right. I can only play you a little bit of this because of the YouTube arseholes. Copyright shit. So we'll just have a little couple of seconds of it. That CRT there's fucked. That cathode there's fucked. That cathode ray there, that's knackered. It's got it's very low. There we are. That's a lot easier than what it was yesterday. So what we'll do, we'll press play. Are we ready for this? Let's turn the speed up. We're on the wrong speed. I can tell that by the fucking way the tape's moving. It's gonna sound like, well, yeah, wrong. Right, play. That's better. We'll just give you a couple of seconds of this. Tape counter's working, that squeak's gone. Oh, hang on. I think you have to press that. That had you worried, didn't it, folks? See, that's the problem with the tone. That's all you're having of that. Right, folks, we're going to call this part one of the HMV 2210 tape recorder. I haven't tried to record. I'm not going to record on this tape because I don't want to record on the tape because technically I got this tape off Jay and I'm not sure if he's ever going to want it back. Probably not, but I don't want to record on it anyway because I need a good tape for checking tape recorders. So we'll do a recording in the next part when I do the capacitors. Anyway, folks, I'm going to let it run for a bit because you know, we're getting plenty there, and you all join me again for part two. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now, folks.